Let me ask you this. Do you have plans this year to be on a podcast where as someone guest or to host your own podcast, or to be invited to a panel where the whole room is filled with people that could possibly become a client or someone who follows you? Do you plan on doing webinars? Do you plan on doing challenges? Do you plan on doing master classes or any of those things? Well, this that you're about to watch is for you. I had the blessed privilege to invite a group of 7- and 8-figure entrepreneurs. In case you can't count, that means either millions or $10 million into a space to show them how to craft speeches, sales presentations, and even how to use podcasts for lead generation, where someone can watch you on a podcast and immediately follow you and become a lead or possible client, even how to use panels and create micro speeches. These are speeches that we use on panels to be able to generate revenue for ourselves, where you're gonna get a sneak peek. This is 2 8-hour days, 16 hours, but you get to watch about 15 minutes of it, where I break down how to actually present from stage. I hope you enjoyed, and if you wanna get access to the next one, we only take about 15 to 20 people at a time because it's a 2-day coaching program. We take what people would normally learn over 16 weeks on Zoom and do it 2 days, face-to-face, mapping out your speeches, mapping out your sales presentation, objection handling, etc. So in the description of this video, you'll see a way that you can sign up for the next Entrepreneur Speaker. It is a speaker program specifically for entrepreneurs and business owners that want to use speaking to grow their brand, their business, and their bank account. Hope you enjoy.
Clear communication comes from a clear mind. It is your job as a communicator to buy the attention of the audience. The goal of an anticipation hook is to buy the attention of the audience. Most motivational speakers only trigger one emotion: shame, guilt, embarrassment, laziness. It's the same thing that preachers do. They only speak to those who are broke and not those who are successful. If the anticipation hook buys attention, head is you teaching what you know that they don't know. But I like to do it a lot because my speaking style is conversational. I always want me and the audience to feel like we sitting around playing spades and somebody just reneged. Clear communication comes from a clear mind. So it's to get clear in our head. Once we clear in our head, and the same conference situation I just gave you, you're ready to hit the stage, you need a framework of how to present while you're on stage. Make sense? When we get into this is something I call H5. H5. Now, before I even teach this, I normally wouldn't give you a warning, but I'm gonna respect you as entrepreneurs. You're gonna use STARM and H5. Right after this, we're gonna do it, and we're about to move into actually presenting, okay? Now you're like, what do I talk about? Y'all speak all the time. Grab something you already speak on, okay? Let's not even play them games. This is a speaking workshop, right? So, here's the question. And I'm gonna define some of these for you. I wanna make sure I word it very well. I'm gonna write them out and then we'll sit and discuss through it. In H5, the first H in this is what I refer to as a hook or an anticipation hook. Before you ask, where do you put these? How many do you use? As many as possible, because the goal of an anticipation hook is to buy the attention of the audience. Listen to the wording. You buy attention, it's not given. Man, some of y'all ain't even paying attention. Why should I? It is your job as a communicator to buy the attention of the audience. You do this through an anticipation hook surrounding what you're about to teach. Make me care. Make me listen. Make me pay attention. With an anticipation hook that tells me I should be listening for what you're about to say next. I paid this YouTube guy, I want to say it was like sometime last year. And I was trying to get like really dialed into YouTube because I really want to retire from coaching and lean on just YouTube and just have it print money for me. And we had already started hiring teams and editors and thumbnail people and a whole staff surrounding it to turn it into his own business, right? So my daughter's name is Rain. We started Rain Media LLC. That would be her company. We was focused on it. And when I hired the guy, he told me one mistake that we was about to make that really wasn't worth the staff or all the money. We literally would have made $1 million mistake by just what we was about to do. What thought did I just insert in your head? What was the mistake? Right. Anticipation hook.
That was wow. Yeah. Like it more.
Anticipation hook. Because now the audience is saying, I bought your attention, you have permission to tell me. Buy attention, get permission to keep speaking.
And you told a story.
You can, but it don't have to be a story. It could be a statement. Like, it's a mixture of things that can be done. It's so many things I'm gonna show you in the example of it, but that was one quick example. It could be, let me throw out another one. So that's not storytelling. So we don't lock this down to just story. Because there's so many ways that we can do this. An anticipation, well, some parts of it would be how I start every YouTube video. If you're watching this video, you're about to make a whole lot of money. I start every YouTube video that way. So I can walk on stage. Yeah. If you listen to me, this ain't for everybody. This is only for everybody in the room that want to make a whole lot of money. I got call and response in the first 7 seconds. Me and the audience, I was holding hands. We go together real bad. In less than 7 seconds, now everybody's not going to buy in right away. But I'm immediately not alone on stage. It's me and the audience holding hands in less than 7 seconds. Now we can ride the wave of this. If you come on. This ain't for everybody. Hey, listen, don't convince your friend to stand up. Everybody don't want to make money. But only for those that want to make money, say, I'm ready to make a whole lot of. Now, I don't want to waste y'all time with fluff and motivation, so let me bring my tone down, because I was a little loud. Now I'm digressing. I'm stopped being entertainer, motivator. What am I doing right now? I'm setting the temperature, whatever temperature I need the room to be for me to move into speaking. I gotta move from this unless you're gonna stay that way. And if you do, you tire the audience too soon. They mentally tap out. So in an anticipation hook, what should I expect? Buy my attention and tell me why I should lean in. Make sense? All right. This is a general concept. I'm gonna sit and unpack each one even more, but I'm gonna just write them for now, okay? So you have the hook. Now, I'm gonna write this one, but I need nobody to have their brain in the gutter, okay? Hook, head, okay? See what I'm saying? Grow up, guys. Grow up. All right. Now, what is this? If the anticipation hook buys attention, head is you teaching what you know that they don't know. Now, this is so vast because I can take what you know that they don't know. So I can take what they know and make them aware of a way to do it better. I call it 𝗕𝗄𝗄, a way to do it faster, easier, better. So I don't have to be innovative with every thought. Don't put that kind of pressure on yourself. But if one nuance, right? So we talk all the time, decimals. We don't be looking for like these big things, tell me, it's like, ooh, that one little thing, hey bro, here's this. Or something I was doing with contracts. Remember, like something I was doing with contracts whenever, like one of the ways I work with people is not just speaking for them, but partnering with them on their event to either do a pre-pitch, the actual pitch, or a re-pitch, right? So I was talking about how I structure that. And we called a new one, he was like, ooh, that. He told me something, and I was like, man, I'm doing something. He was like, hey, use this. This how you do this. I sent it immediately, and I was like, bingo. And I sent him back. I was like, bro, you realize that one thing you gave me made me $30-something, $40,000? Like I'm talking about one small. It's a simple boom. So when you, it's not introducing a new innovative idea. Sometimes you could be introducing a way that somebody can do something faster, easier, better. Make sense? So in head, this is when you're in your niche. This is when you're in your zone of genius. This is when you're in your bag. This is. All of y'all, whether you're 20, 30, 40, you've been speaking your whole life. So how can somebody teach you how to speak? That don't even make no sense. But what am I doing? I am teaching you how to communicate for the sole purpose of growing your brand, your business, and your bank account. Percentages. If instead of 10%, we get 20% close rate. If instead of 20%, we get 30%. If we can lower ad spend, we keep more money. So head is where you in your bag, you are teaching the information you know as a thought leader. Cool? We go straight from head. Could y'all grow up? I don't know. Do I need to say pause after head? But there's no context that's funny business. It's just. All right. After head, heart. Don't worry, guys. I will try to show us a little bit of this. The amazing part is, to Dana, you'll have a portal with links to videos that show me doing this and explaining it. Okay.
Hey, why you do it like that?
She the only one.
You just included all of us.
You did. No, like this is okay. So head, heart. I won't unpack that too much. It's self-explanatory. Later on, I'll talk about there are 9 emotions. 9. In heart, most people only include 1. The average speaker, I'm gonna use an industry. I'm not talking about to those y'all. I can't keep most of myself. When I say motivational speaker, I ain't talking about nobody in the room. Okay. When I say inspirational coaches, I ain't talking about nobody in the room. Got it? Most motivational speakers only trigger 1 emotion: shame, guilt, embarrassment, laziness. It's the same thing that preachers do. They only speak to those who are broke and broken, not those who are successful. So if the devil would have caught you last year, you've been beat down, no, actually, I was up. I know you so happy that 2024 by then. No, bruh, I wish I had, right? So it only speaks to 1 audience of people, those who are down. It talks to those who are losing, not those who are winning. There are 9 emotions, from anger to sadness to anxiety to frustration to embarrassment. Heart can deal with 9 of them. And don't worry, I'll break down all the emotions when we go into storytelling. But just already, y'all, we only on H3. Do you see how much I got to play with when I'm on stage? It's not fair. It's not even fair when I hear somebody say, oh yeah, we do the same thing. We don't. That's like saying rec league basketball and NBA the same. It both got a ball and a goal, but the talent level on the court ain't the same. That's not arrogance. That is heightened awareness of an investment that I made and a commitment I made to it. So when we like these type of frameworks, I didn't have them, so I created them. Making sense? Heart, 9 different emotions. So I had to study human emotion. I had to study human behavior. Watch me flow into this really quick. You don't have to lead with a question, but I like to do it a lot because my speaking style is conversational. I always want me and the audience to feel like we sitting around playing spades and somebody just reneged. Okay? And somebody just reneged. Okay? So, because of that speaking style, I can ask and pose a question in heart, and I can flow in and out. Be honest, y'all, whether we entrepreneur, et cetera, everybody know what it's like to make a to-do list and be like, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this. And then you look up and you realize you ain't do this, you ain't do this, you ain't do this. Come on, show of hands. You like that. Somebody say, that's me.
That's me.
How can you write a list and nothing externally stops you from doing it? Nothing internally stops you from doing it. What do I mean, nothing externally? It wasn't COVID-19, 2020, or 21, 22. It wasn't the election. It wasn't internal. You didn't have headaches, nausea, sickness. Nothing prevented you from taking action. How could you make a promise to you and can't keep your word to yourself? But be mad if someone makes a promise to you and they don't keep it to you. Now, we hire staff. So if your staff promise you they're going to do something and don't do it, you dock, pay, or fire them. Who fires you? Now watch what we do. Let's move to comfort. I realize in human behavior that there's a reason why we do or don't do things. Is it okay if I tell you? I'm still back and forth between this. Because I'm in anticipation hook. I'm drifting into head to tell you, I know something you don't know about why you do or don't do things. And then I'm going to resolve it within heart. Y'all follow me? So let's jump back into the speech. Okay, if I share with you, how could you make a promise to yourself and can't keep it? Is the reason why we do or don't do things. Can I teach that to you? Okay, y'all don't want it. It's okay. Can I teach that to you?
Yes.
Everybody say yes.
Yes.
Okay. There is something in human psychology, now it is worded differently, but for the sake of us here, I call it E3. Inside of every one of us is an executor, an examiner, and an educator. The educator is the part of you that wrote the to-do list. Because you were aware of things that needed to be done, you wrote it down. Now, y'all ain't got to actually write this down. Just actually, I'm using it as an example. Y'all, we in the speech. We in ACE 3. All right?
We in the speech with you.
All right. I saw everybody start writing. I'm like, y'all. All right. But look what happened, right? Anticipation hook. I'm in head. Guess what I'm doing? If I only give you educator and don't give you the others, you give me permission to teach. The fact that we inside the frame, you give me permission to tell you the rest. If not, the curiosity will kill you. Because an anticipation hook sparks curiosity and nosyness, and the fact that you can't resolve that tension of what was the other ones?
So you waiting for it.
Yeah.
You walk in until you get it.
That's the goal.
I'm still waiting for that mistake.
YouTube mistake
about YouTube.
That would be, an open loop.
An open loop marketing.
That would be an open loop. Okay, so back to this.
He's not a portal.
You're just keeping us open.
In a second, I'll show you how to, there's a system for that, of how to direct that. Your job, I can answer it quickly. Your job in the open loop is not to close it, it's to direct them to a system, not the steps.
That's behind the page.
Right, so you reference a system. If I were teaching this somewhere else, I would reference H5, I wouldn't tell you what it is. I'm referencing the system that helps me speak at the level I speak. Right, so last week I did 17 presentations last week. Wow. 17. 3 was for a church, an actual sermon. Genesis 17:5. No longer shall your name be called Abraham, but your name shall be Abraham. I can tell you the text, I can tell you the points, I can tell you what's in Genesis 12, I can tell you what's in Genesis 13 with Lot, in 14 where he pays tithe to Melchizedek, in 15 the conversation with him and God, in 16 sleeps with Hagar, and 17 God changed his name. In 18 Sodom and Gomorrah, in chapter 21 he buys the wells from Abimelech. It's still in my head. I can tell you the 8-hour presentation on Friday, on Thursday, that's the point. Now watch when I did that real quick and rattle it off. Every way that I was doing all 17 for different audiences was using this system. Now, this system I refer to as H5, you pointed to that. You make the system the reason that you have the skill you have. Well, how do I get the system? Just give me my money. Right, so that's the whole speaking to sell piece. Okay, heart. Y'all, I don't really want to resolve E3, it was an example. But you get the point. Did everybody see how, well, let me resolve it this way. Reason people do things, don't do things. There's an educator, an examiner, an executor. The educator is the part of you that is aware of the fact that I need to lose weight. I need to exercise. I need to clean the house. I need to pay the bills. I need to improve my credit. I need to do this. You're showing people the desire in their heart to do a thing. With heart, I can do it that way. But I'm also still, why am I doing this way for y'all? So you can see how you don't do these one at a time. They're mixed in together in a stage presentation. I'm teaching, but still humanizing it. The executor is the part of you that has the willpower to actually take action. Writing it down is the educator. You couldn't write it if you didn't know you needed it. How many of you, if we're in another audience, how many of you right now, what are some things you want? Spit it out. What are some things you want? Make more money. What are some things you want? Launch my program. What are some things you want? Do a challenge. What are some things you want? $1 million in a year. Have you wrote that down on your paper before? Yes. Why haven't you done it? We call it response still. Now we're going to, I'm resolving it through, I'm teaching and showing why they do what they do, examine the problem. The executor is the part of you that has, and I could teach this in hours, it's the gap that unravels between self-discipline and self-control. They're not the same thing. Self-discipline, anybody in here is trying to stop eating sweets? All right. Right. You're like, I ain't even trying. You're like, bro, I gave up the fight. Self-discipline is the part of us that makes a final decision and cut off a thing. Self-control is a response to impulse and stimuli. They're not the same thing. Self-discipline is the end result of long-term self-control. So the executor in you, the reason you don't execute, you haven't developed the muscle of self-control or self-discipline. See what I'm doing? I'm teaching like crazy and people like, now y'all know what I'm doing, but guess what I'm doing? Producing an emotion. You're no longer in your head, you're feeling it. Come on, you know what I'm doing. You know that I'm teaching you, but am I actually producing an emotion in your body? That's what I'm talking about. Okay? And I ain't gonna deal with the executor part, but that's the point. All right, so that's heart. And we'll talk about 9 emotions later. Ready to go to H4?
Yeah.
I hope you are enjoying this. I'm telling you, this is only a few minutes out of 2 8-hour days. Think about 16 hours of training. And what's amazing about what we do, there is no place that I found that teaches business owners and entrepreneurs how to speak in a way that grows their brand, their business, and their bank account. Now, there are a ton of speaker programs, but very few that are for business owners, because business owners aren't speaking for hand claps and applause. We're speaking with the hopes of growing our business. So if I said, hey, I want to invite you on a podcast, you'd want to come on the podcast in hopes of getting more followers, more brand visibility, more business. Well, I want to invite you to get access to Entrepreneur Speaker. It is the only speaker training specifically for business owners who want to grow their brand, business, and bank account. You get access to learning how to speak without notes, how to organize in your head, how to present from stage. You learn storytelling, how to master telling your story in a way that sells for you. You learn my subtle selling system, and you also learn how to sell via masterclass, webinar, or challenge. So in the description below, you will get access to that. I cannot wait to see you at the next Entrepreneur Speaker. Let's get back to the episode.
Hook, head, heart, hands. Now, some of you I've had a chance to speak like you murder. Like super, super, super methodical, energetic, like it's this whole mix. You feel like you're on a roller coaster, right? So it's sitting and learning, then boom, 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 boom. These variables. We won't have a chance in this to go into voice variation, tone, tempo, pace, because that's a whole nother beast. But hands is, since you told me what to expect and brought my attention, since you taught me what's in your head that I don't know, since you connected to my heart and produced an emotion that makes me feel like buying, feel like taking action, feel like I should listen to you, feel like I need to follow you, feel like I need to reach out to you. Some of you have killed it on stage before and a person said, I know I need to work with you. How many times that happen? All the time. Why? That wasn't head, that was heart. 95-5 rule. People do not buy based on head logic. Like, because there's no emotional connection that will make me feel like I want this, but do I want it from you? Until you resolve in a person that, oh man, this is good. They move from this is good to, I gotta have this from you. That's really the difference between a market and a brand. A market is, I have a desire for something within a market. A brand is, I want this. Market, I need barbecue sauce. Brand, I need Baby Ray's. It's how they choose what they want within a market. So heart does that. Hands, tell me what to do. Of all the stuff you taught me, if I get off right now, can I leave and go do something? Right now, everything that I've taught y'all has vacillated between this. Okay, let's rewind all the way back to the beginning. Family, so the way I want to start this, the way the whole day is going to go, we at 10 o'clock. The way the whole day is going to go is I want to make sure that you guys don't stay in student mode too long, that you stay in business mode. Because all of y'all business owners, what do business owners want? They want just enough information so they can take action. Is that true? Is that accurate? So the way we're going to do it is I'm going to do teach, where I teach you the concept. We'll do it, where I'll give you situations and examples. We'll review it, and we'll launch it. Is that cool? So the way I want to start is, I want to start with this concept. It's something I use all the time called better with words. You should write that down. I'm back in the beginning of where I started. Now, with better with words, here's what you got to understand. Clear communication comes from a clear mind. That's H5. I'm working it right now. That's how I started the morning.
Yeah, you just literally rewound the 10 o'clock.
Right back to it. Boom, same pace, same cadence, same this, same that. Now, it's allowing a person to see you in all these different lights, from teacher to connection, right? So hands, soon as I taught y'all storm, what'd you do? Use your hands to do it. It was the steps of what I taught from my head. It was the connection in heart. I was showing you how STAR method, remember I gave you a situation that shows you that method had the potential for you to have $1 million opportunity, 20,000 people watching. You needed to care about it. We placed it in a frame, and then I told you how to use it. Hands. Are y'all seeing that? Last but not least, and we're going to sit in this because this is a big thing to unpack. I'm going to say it again, guys. I am trying to the best of my ability to serve the heck out of, to serve you like crazy. I'd be a liar if I said I could take everything I know and teach you in this small window of time. H5 is a condensed version of what I do, but it's comprehensive enough to give you a system. Make sense? I want to be fair in that. And the last H is humanity. Humanity, 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 humanity. The humanity part of it is, let's go preacher really quick. Let's go church. Say the problem with some of y'all, by your third some of y'all, I'm out. Because you have made the struggle that you're teaching about everybody problem except one you're dealing with. You're telling me that you don't deal with any of these things. Humanity, you don't have to be struggling with it right now, but can you tell me a time that you were and you got out of it?
Oh, there you go.
Humanize the message. Some of the ways we do that is a universal truth, something we all believe, something we've all dealt with, something we've all experienced, something that cannot be argued. Now, we all know that nobody's perfect. That's a universal truth. You can post that on Shade Room and possibly get no arguments. It's probably the only thing you can post on Shade Room and get no, well, nah, not really, because technically, it's probably the only universal truth you can post online and not get an argument. Ain't nobody perfect. Would we agree? That's the universal truth. And because nobody's perfect, I might have done a fairly good job of focusing on speaking. But that don't mean I don't need you. I could probably tighten up my agreements. I probably need to hit you up and work with you and say, hey, I need you. Like, hey, can you look at what we have and tell me what we ought to do? I might should tighten up my sales team, so I'm gonna need Mike. I might be good at speaking, but I might not be good at sales. I might could tighten up, like my man critiques my YouTube. I might could tighten up on how I sell Dave. I might be teaching too much and not be pushing out enough of my pain and my story. Humanity. Humanity. Y'all see it? Now watch me jump from humanity directly back into head so I can teach. Watch this. And then we'll end right there and go into exercise. We right back in humanity. The core message is we all need each other. I might be mastering this, but I'm losing this. I might be winning in one area and losing in another. I can't play point guard, shooting guard, small forward, and center. Ultimately, all of us entrepreneurs are on the same team. Can somebody say we're on the same team? And because we're on the same team, I realized something. We all make money on the internet. Is that accurate? Mm-hmm. I'm moving from humanity to head. So watch this, y'all. I'm going to show you how we all need each other and how every innovation advances our lives forward to benefit the lives of others and makes us all a whole lot of money.